morning, children. Yesterday or in the previous few classes, we saw how there are different types of nutrients which are present in the different food we eat. And also we saw which are the different vitamins and minerals that are there inside the food and which is very, very essential for our body, isn't it? In detail, we have gone through. So which are the 5 nutrients that we have learned? Yes, carbohydrate, proteins, fat, vitamins and different kinds of minerals. And also we saw that all these nutrients are very, very essential for our body, and also which are the different types of food which gives us all these nutrients. I hope all these things are very clear to you. And you can also watch the YouTube channel which is there, in which again and again you can repeatedly see the things. Now we are going to learn 2 more things which are very, very essential for our body. But they don't contain any of these nutrients which we learned earlier. So we know that our body needs nutrients. So we eat different kinds of food. So is it necessary to take the things which does not contain nutrient in them? Usually you will say no, isn't it? There is no need of taking anything which does not contain any nutrient. But these 2 factors are very, very essential for our body, for our daily physiological activities. These 2 factors are very, very essential. So which are these 2 factors which does not contain any nutrients in them? These 2 factors are called as non-nutrient factors. What is the meaning of non-nutrient factors? Factors do not contain any nutrient in them. Factors which do not contain any nutrient in them. That means they do not contain all the 5 nutrients what you have learned. So which is the first one in that? It is already given in your textbook. You can see here, water and fiber. 2 things you can see here, water and fiber. So first we will take water. Can we live without water? No, isn't it? We cannot live without water. Why cannot we live without water? Because our body is made up of 70% of water. Our body consists, the weight of our body or the body, our human body, the content of the human body is 70%. It is made up of water. Okay. So the weight of the body is 70% of water. So we need lot of water in our body. Why do we need water in our body? For all the physiological activities that is going inside our body, like the blood circulation, the heartbeat, the digestion, the when you are chewing inside your mouth, okay, then your excretion, all these process needs water. And we also learned that there are nutrients or vitamins which dissolve in water. So water is needed for our body in large quantity. So water is an essential non-nutrient factor which we cannot avoid in our daily diet. Is it clear? If there is less amount of water in our body, what will happen? We will feel dehydrated. What's the meaning of dehydration? Hydration means giving water. Dehydration means our water in our body is lost. And then we feel giddy, we feel tired, we faint and fall. So when we are dehydrated, we have a tendency to faint and fall. Our skin will become, skin will get wrinkles and we faint and fall. That is a sign of dehydration. Our lips will become dry. The pink color of the lips will go. You must have experienced these things. That is, if you run a long race and come back, or you play for a long time without drinking water and you sweat for a long time, or you do very, very heavy work, then what happens? Dehydration happens to us. Okay. And usually when does dehydration happen? When you have any sickness, that is vomiting or loose motion, all these things, diarrhea can lead to dehydration, and that is why doctors give you that oral revitalizing thing, that powder which you mix in the water and have, isn't it? ORS, what we call. So that is given for you not to get dehydrated. So we learned here water is a non-nutrient factor and it is very, very essential for our body. So I hope it is very clear. The second essential non-nutrient factor is fiber. You can see here. What is fiber? You must have heard the word fiber, isn't it? Narugal. In Malayalam we call Narubhakshanam. Fiber. So what is fiber? For example, you take a banana plant. A banana plant, most of you will have it at home. When it falls down, we cut it, isn't it? And inside we get a white candle-like thing. That is called as the stalk of the banana. Kamb. It is called as the stalk of the banana. Now, if your mother, you may make curry with that. Having to eaten the curry of the banana stalk. So, when we make curry, when your mother is cutting it, if you go and watch closely, you can see thin thread-like things will come out of that. Thread-like things will come out of that. That is called as fiber. Nare. And also in the banana bud or the flower of the banana, we make curry with the bud of the banana. Koomb. That pink color thing, what you can see in this picture. That also when you cut, you can see lot of thin thread-like things coming out. That is also fiber. So there are in different types of vegetables, there is lot of fiber. So fibrous food are available around us. Now why do we need this fibrous food in our diet? It is a non-nutrient factor. It contains only cellulose. Cellulose is another form of glucose. But is it needed for our body? Yes. Why is it needed for our body? We know our body has got different physiological activities inside, like circulation of the blood, then pumping of the heart, digestion, eating, chewing inside, saliva is mixing, different digestive juices are mixing, digestive process is going on, and also along with that we have a final process in our body that is called as excretion. When you learned digestion inside in class 5, you would have learned the word excretion. What is excretion? We know when we eat food, our food contains lot of nutrients. All this goes inside our stomach, and with the help of the digestive juices, all this get crushed and mixed up inside the stomach, and it is passed through the large intestine. When it reaches the large intestine has a capacity to absorb all the minerals, and it gives into the bloodstream. So all the minerals and vitamins goes into the bloodstream. Then what happens to the remaining food? Yes, it comes out through the small intestine outside our body. That process is called as excretion. Every day morning you go to toilet, isn't it? That is, 2 reasons we use the toilet. One is to pass the urine, one is to pass your motions. So excretion means what? Passing motion in the morning is called excretion, and passing urine, we know there is water in our body. After the water is used for many other purposes, function of the kidney is to purify these things, isn't it? And then the remaining excess water content in our body, along with the different types of salts which are not needed for our body, comes out in the form of urine and sweat. Sweat means when we play, we sweat, isn't it? So all this is unwanted water things which are coming out of the body. In the same way, motion, excretion is the unwanted food items coming out of our body. Now, why am I telling this? We know after the digestion, the food passes into the large intestine. It absorbs all the minerals and vitamins what is needed for our body. into the bloodstream, and the remaining waste is pushed into the small intestine and it comes out. Now, if there is no fibrous food in our diet, when we go to toilet, it will be difficult for us to pass motion. It has to move easily. Sometimes we know if you have a lot of chicken and other types of food, that is junk food like bread and pizza and all these things continuously every day if you are having, or noodles and all these things, food which contains more of maida. If you have that every day, when you go to toilet, it is difficult for us to have this process. It will be very hard and difficult to move out. So if you have fibrous food in your diet, what happens? It is easy for this excretory things to go out of our body. So fibrous food is very, very essential. Now, which are the food items which gives us these fibrous food? That is different types of green leafy vegetables and cereals which contain lot of bran. I told you that day what is bran. Bran is the outer coating on the cereals which you see. For example, on the rice you can see brown color coating. Kutteri you can see brown color coating. On wheat also you have brown color coating. Tavadu what we call, that is bran. So bran contains lot of fiber. Then with green leafy vegetables contains fiber, and also the stalk and the flower or the bud of the banana plant contains lot of fiber which helps in the digestion process. So fiber and water are two non-nutrient factors which we cannot avoid in our diet for the proper functioning of our body. So read these two reading material from the textbook. After that, few questions are given down. Please answer those questions in the notebook. So that is all there for today, children. Thank you very much.